Good morning everybody. This is going to be a short video on how to use shared drives within your Google Drive section. Okay, so there's already been a video on the My Drive part, which we're in here, and this is all stuff for you specifically, and unless you specifically share it with somebody else, then it stays private within your drive. However, shared drives are really useful nowadays, especially at this time. So if you come down to shared drives, you can see I'm already in a few. We're going to go ahead and make a new one. So again, you can either right click and create new shared drive, or you can come up to new and it will say new shared drive. So if we just call this one a test just now and then click create, it takes a little second or so just to throw up the new drive and brings you into it. So you can see that I'm in the new drive that we've called test. There's only one person in it, which is me. If I was to click on that, it will show that there's me that's in it, and that I am a manager on this. And there's no files in here just now. So something you might want to do is you might want to add people into it. And quite simply, you just come up to add members, click on that, and you can either type in their email address with the GW account, or you can start typing in their name. The best way I've found to do this is to actually type in the GW account and it throws them up quite easy, and you can click on them and then add. Another bit you might want to do here is decide what level of manager you want them to be. So if you want everybody to be equal, then you could put them as manager. That means that they can manage all the content, the members and the settings. You might want to decide that you want to keep a little bit of the managerial responsibility within the drive, and you might only want people to add, edit, move and delete files and not be able to actually manage the members and things. You might want only somebody to become a contributor, so they can only add and edit files but they can't delete anything, and so on and so forth. So you can actually assign them a different responsibility within the drive. Okay, you can type a little message here that once they are added to the drive, they'll get a nice little message from you as well. You might want to tell them what it's going to be for, or if you didn't want to do that, you can just skip sending that notification. Okay, and once you've got people in here, you can then just click add. A little point to note is that you can add more than one person at a time. So if you type in their email address, and then you click on it, you can then just start typing another one and you can add people simultaneously as well. Okay. Last thing for this is that if you were to put a file in here, so let's say for example we put a Google Doc in here, again we might just want to can I put this one down as a tester, so we'll title it as test, and then we'll click here. You can see that it's saving and we'll come off. Okay, it'll appear in here. The good thing about this is that once there's a document in here, it will be shared with every single person that's a member of this drive. Okay, so you don't have to do anything further, it's already shared with them, and when they log into their screen, when they come down to share drive, and then they could have loads of other drives, but when they come into test and they click, that will be there and they will be able to see it, so you don't have to do anything else. And it can quite simply be a drag and drop exercise as well. You could drag and drop something from your My Drive. So let's say for example, let's create a Google Slides in the My Drive. Let's call this one test 2 because we've already got test 1 in the shared drive already. So test 2, click here, it's going to save and it'll appear here in a little second. There it is. Okay, so this is in my drive just now. This is only shared with me. I can only see that just now. So I might decide that I want to put that in the shared drive. So right click. I want to move it to, you can see that I'm in my drive just now. If I come out of my drive and come down to shared drives, double click on that, scroll down to find test, and then press enter one more time. It's asking me everyone who sees test will gain access. Okay, because I'm moving it to a shared drive. I want to move it. It will disappear from my personal drive now, and if we go to test in the shared drive, you can see that it's there, and as I said earlier, anybody that's in this particular shared drive will now have access to that particular file. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. Thanks for listening.